For that, trying is very important. Unless you try, you will never ever know what are the parts you need to work on, what your drawbacks are. If you want to know what your level is, you have to try all the time. It doesn't matter how much appropriate or how much erroneous the content you have. Whatever you are saying, just say that and go for that self realization or go for your feedback and take your feedback seriously and work on your feedback. When you work on your feedback, and somewhere people should appreciate you. When people appreciate you, oh, you are speaking very well, it means you are improving. Otherwise, there is no improvement in you.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm also good. So, welcome to the session.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so since we are meeting first time, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Sunil. I hail from Delhi.
Yeah.
Talking about my educational qualification, I am a graduate. If I talk about what I do for a living, I have been into teaching for some years. When it comes to my hobby, I usually devote most of my time to music. So that's all about me.
Okay, so are you a teacher?
Yes, I am.
Do you teach English or something else?
Yeah, actually, I teach English.
Okay, spoken English specifically.
Yes.
Okay. And do you teach online or offline?
Yes, I do both. I teach online and offline.
Okay. And what is the purpose of your YouTube channel? You are running a YouTube channel. So what is the purpose of YouTube channel?
Yes, the purpose is vivid. I want to gain fame. I want to share my knowledge. I want my knowledge to reach out to a large number of people. So these are the reasons to be on YouTube.
Okay. So tell me about your journey. How did you learn this language and why you started teaching people? Is there any specific purpose or it is just your hobby?
No, actually, English has been the need of the hour. Without English, you cannot imagine anything. When you go for job interviews, there you must have excellent communication skills. Whenever you meet your friends, whenever you do anything, I think English is imperative that point of time. Keeping this thing in mind, I had to work on my communication skills. If I talk about my like educational background, I'm an engineer. Being an engineer, if you want to work with companies, there you have to have skills. Like you must be well versed in your own subjects, plus you should be excellent at English.
Mm.
That's why I worked on my communication skills. And after that, I accumulated knowledge where I felt I better share that knowledge with others. From there, my journey of teaching started. From
Mm.
there, I became a teacher. I used to be a makeshift teacher. After that, I decided to be a full fledged teacher. So that's how I came into this profession.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I have one question for you because you are a teacher. So people always think about we have to learn grammar first, then we can start speaking. So is grammar necessary in the initial stage, or we have to learn grammar after some time? Like, what is your opinion on it?
Yes, I would say grammar is the cornerstone, or grammar is the spirit for English,
Hmm.
or it is the soul of English. You cannot take soul out of the body. Same goes with grammar. If you want to speak, you initially we can go for basic things. We need to know verb agreement. With you, we would use have, we would use are, or we would use first form of the verb for present simple tense. If you know these basic things, it will work. I would say that is more than enough. But if your verb agreement is not good, your basic part is not good, or what tense you should use to describe,
Hmm.
describe, you know, basic things with basic vocabulary. After that, you would realize that whatever knowledge I have, that is not up to the mark. I must work on my grammar parts, or like this you can improve.
Hmm. So which part is important in grammar?
Tenses are utmost important. When it
Hmm.
comes to present simple tense, we should always focus on present plus past simple tense. These are the most used tenses in grammar.
Yeah. Okay. And I feel prepositions are also important because we have to use words like in specific place and where, how, there's things belong to that place. So we need to preposition also, modal verbs are also important. But you are a teacher, you know very well like which part is important. You can change your strategy according to the need of students.
Is there isn't anything specific that you should always start with tenses, you should always start with this.
Mm,
We can start from anywhere. Or
mm,
for beginners, I would say we should always work on vocabulary. If
mm,
you are ready to expand your vocabulary somewhere, you are going to have a lot of confidence. Now I can understand anything I read, I can understand anything I watch, or I can have a word with anyone. So
mm,
vocabulary is indispensable for learning English. If you want to be a fluent speaker, if you want to be proficient in this language, then everything is required. Be it model
mm.
verbs, be it preposition, everything is required. But you are asking for the beginners. Initially, if you only take care of your tenses plus verb agreement, then that is sufficient, and that's how you can start your journey of English.
Yeah, and you mentioned vocabulary is important. So the question comes, how we can enhance vocabulary? Like it is very difficult to learn new words, and most difficult part is to retain those words.
The
So
most
how?
crucial, yes, the most
Yeah.
crucial thing is patience. If
Hmm.
we have patience, we can learn things gradually.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it is going to become an onerous task for us. So it is going to be challenging. When it comes to vocabulary, you have to memorize at least two words a day. If you are able to memorize two words a day, your job is done. Time will come, you will feel you have committed a large number of words to your memory. This is one thing. Second, whenever most of the people say that I know various words, when it comes to bringing them in use, they always run short of words, they don't get the right situation. The point is, whenever I memorize any new words, I make sure I think about that word all the time. And I'm always ready. I create my own situations where I'll use that word. Recently I read a new word that is assiduous, means very hardworking. Whenever I see anyone in the same situation, or unnecessarily I use it everywhere. Like my brother is assiduous, this person is assiduous, I'm assiduous,
Hmm.
and so on. Second, you can improve, or you will be able to recall all the words if you are into listening. You should listen to good people who speaks well. If you listen to these people, what will happen? Deep down, they would use some words, and that's how it will jog your memory, and you will remember, oh, that is the word I know, but I'll use it.
Hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
how you can work on it.
Yeah, and somewhere reading is also helpful in enhancing vocabulary. Somewhere like those for those people who love reading books.
Yes, ma'am, it is correct that reading is also required, listening is also required, writing is required, but
Hmm.
people are not interested in doing all these things.
Hmm.
From teacher's perspective, my students or students even don't do their homework. They expect they will go for reading. They will not. If you can learn anything, you can be skillful.
Hmm.
But people think that we can learn this language within a month, within 15 days. They want to see that change. First, they squander their precious time, and now they feel that okay, I don't want to waste my single minute. I want to learn everything very quickly. It does not work like this.
Yeah. Okay, so do you read books? Do you love reading books? Yeah.
Reading books, I don't go for reading books. I usually read a newspaper. I
Hmm.
must have said it multiple times. I go for reading a newspaper whenever I have leisure time. Otherwise, I am busy with grammar parts. I am working on my grammar. So,
Hmm.
yes.
Okay. So yeah, nowadays you are a YouTuber. I'm also a YouTuber. There are so many YouTubers who are making conversational videos. So like, have you ever jealous with them? I am not a big YouTuber. They are getting a lot of views and subscribers. So why I am not getting that much views? So do you feel jealous to big YouTubers?
Needless to say, this is human nature.
Hmm.
When you work very hard
Hmm.
and your hard work is not paid off, when you do not get attention, when you try something out of the box, it is obvious somewhere you will be a bit jealous. It is not about jealousy. Sometimes I take a lesson. We can take a lesson from these people. I think people who are gaining views, who are getting subscribers, they do deserve it.
Hmm.
Whatever they do, they really deserve it. That's why they are gaining these many views or these many subscribers. And
Hmm.
we lack something. We must work on those things. I think consistency is there. These days, earlier my channel was in full swings. Still, I'm pretty satisfied with my channel. These days, I'm not regular because of some urgent work, and these days I'm snowed under with multiple things. I'm not able to concentrate on things. So this is the reason. If you are regular on uploading videos, you will certainly see that change, that you will grow or your channel will also grow.
Hmm. Yeah. And who inspires you to doing all the things like teaching, YouTubing, and you are doing so many things in your life? So, is there any inspiration or motivation behind this?
Yes, when people appreciate you, somewhere you set some sort of expectation. You set that benchmark. Okay, I spoke this much and they appreciated me. Next time I'm going to do very well. So like this, I'm self motivated. Sometimes there are some teachers I'm really inspired by. Uncle sir is one of my role model these days, and I learn a lot from him. Besides him, there are other teachers. Bharti sir used to be my role model. I want to have a charm like him. I want to get the fame he has right now. So these are my role models. Whenever I watch their videos, whenever I see that how many followers they have, it does motivate me. And from there, I feel okay, you must work harder.
Hmm. Yeah. And money is also there, like that is also inspires you.
Yes, money. Yes, it is vivid that money is above all. When you have money, then somewhere you are happy, or when you earn money doing something, you are interested in doing it. And yes, you are absolutely correct. Because of money, people are on YouTube. I'm one of them.
Yeah, and because of money, you can you can add some more quality in your content. Like you can enhance your camera quality. You can enhance so many things. So there are so many equipment nowadays. So yes, like these fancy equipment are equipments are not that much necessary, but they are important.
Right. Yes, they are.
So, any last piece of advice for those people who are hesitant of speaking English? So, what would you suggest them how they can remove their hesitation?
For that, trying is very important. Unless you try, you will never ever know what are the parts you need to work on, what your drawbacks are. If you want to know what your level is, you have to try all the time. It doesn't matter how much appropriate or how much erroneous the content you have. Whatever you are saying, just say that and go for that self realization or go for your feedback and take your feedback seriously and work on your feedback. When you work on your feedback, and somewhere people should appreciate you. When people appreciate you, oh, you are speaking very well, it means you are improving. Otherwise, there is no improvement in you. Sometimes we feel okay, oh, I'm able to speak this much, I'm improving. This is not the reality. The reality is that if people appreciate you, it means you are really improving. And
Yeah.
work hard for that. Wait for that moment when people would say, has improved a lot, this person speaks like
Hmm.
amazing.
And they can also feel their improvement, like if when they watch their recordings and they can record and they can watch after some time, and they can also recognize how much they have improved. One important thing, how to create environment for those people, how they can create environment.
Yes, absolutely correct. There is no question about it. Whenever I look at my previous or notebooks, then I realize, oh, I used to make a mistake in articles. I used
Hmm.
to blunder in prepositions and all. Now, when I look at my those registers, and I feel I have really learned these things. Now I have improved a little bit, and this language is so vast. Every time when I learn something, I feel, oh, I am devoid of this particular thing. I should also work on it. Every time I feel that. I don't feel okay, I have learned something. Every time I feel that I'm I lack this much, or I lack vocabulary, I lack grammar rules and all. Hmm.
Okay, then now we have to wrap up the session. It was lovely talking to you. I enjoyed a lot. Thank you so much for joining me.
So did I. Yes. Thank you very much for having me in your conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Bye bye.
Bye.